Hey, what's going on, guys? Colin here with Red Beans and Dice, and I am super excited to show you one of my favorite games. It's been out for a while. It's Zombicide Black Plague. Now, Zombicide came out, I think, 2012, around there. I'm probably wrong. Google it. Tell me I'm wrong. So there's a bunch of different kinds. There's basically the original one. They did one where you're at the mall. There's one where you're fighting orcs and goblins, I believe. The newest one, Invaders, which I'll probably cover later just because I own it, is really cool. You're in space. But this is really the cool one that actually started out me on this little board game journey. So I just kind of wanted to share it with you. It's really cool. I'm going to be doing the core set. So the core set is 1 to 6 players can play it. And you're gonna go through, you're gonna pick a mission, you're gonna get really cool heroes, and you're gonna accumulate items, you're gonna complete objectives. And the thing about this that I like is you're gonna work together with your friends to kind of go through a dungeon setting, and there's a lot of communication. And then when it all pays off, you win as a team. So for all those couples that get into fights over Monopoly, here's your game. You're going to work together and you're going to get through it. Hopefully. I've died a couple times, so that will happen. Zombies will get you. But here's kind of a little something I wanted to show you. One of the cool parts about this game was it comes with a little dashboard. You know, you pick your little, you pick your survivor. This is Baldric. So he's a spellcaster. You put him into here. Now you see these little colored pegs. They're kind of far away, but anyway, you get a colored peg and then you pick out your models. Simon Game makes this. They do really good models. I've loved everything that I've seen so far. And you're going to get weapons. You're going to put them into the hand spots. There's backpack spots where you can put extra equipment. There's armor you can get, and then as you level this guy up, you'll... Oh, can you hear that? I can hear it. Clickety click clack. This is a little experience tracker here on the bottom, which is really cool. As you progress and you gain more experience, you're going to get into different colors. So I'm not sure if you can exactly see that, but they have blue, yellow, orange, and then at the very end red. And each time you level up, you're actually going to be able to upgrade that character in a certain way that you want. So that's really cool, and I love the artwork on all this. It's really good. I'm a big sucker for some good artwork. But as you can see down there on the bottom, you got your experience trackers. You start out in the blue, so you get your starting level. And basically, I'm just gonna kind of go through and show you some of the basics. I'm not gonna cover everything. I'm just gonna do the basic tutorial mission, and I'm gonna blaze through it, kind of explaining everything half-cocked. And you're gonna like it. And let's get to it. So here we go.
In a world where zombies rule cardboard tiles, 1 to 6 survivors, depending on the people you have available, will risk their lives. What will they risk their lives doing? Picking up red objective tokens, then running away like a politician from a straightforward answer.
Alright, so we have our setup for our Quest 0, and this is going to be the tutorial mission that is just kind of a beginning thing for people. It's the mission that I like to use to teach beginners, somebody who's never played Zombicide before. If you've played Zombicide before, if you've played one, you've basically played them all. I think the rules are pretty universal, I guess you could say, but just to kind of give you a picture here, here's the dungeon setup. We have objective markers, dice, we have a vault, we have doors leading to the vault, so you enter here, go through here and come out there. These are doors that you're going to need to break down. Here are other doors, these are vaults, but they act like doors. You're going to need to smash them in and roll a dice to get through them to crack them like that. So we have a runner right here, a fast guy. He moves 2. He has 2 activations. Then we have a fatty right here. He's a big guy. He needs 2 damage to kill him. And then we just have your plain old vanilla run-of-the-mill walker right here. Just moves 1, 1 hit to kill, real easy, real simple, but you know, you get enough of these guys in one group, they're gonna be tough. So basically I just wanted to show you, you pick your quest, and then you'll pick your survivors. So here's the quest that I picked out for us, and let me just focus on that real fast. It shows you where everything goes, and then there's gonna be objectives and stuff like that. It shows you everything you're gonna need down here, special rules, yada yada yada. It comes with a little bit of fluff here, I think, which I'm not gonna read that to you, so there's that. But yeah, up here you can see it's easy. 4 survivors, about 45 minutes. Usually the time estimate that they give you on this is a lie. It usually takes about 30 minutes longer for each mission, so especially if you're just teaching somebody for the first time. So that's about it, you know. It's got everything in there. And then as you want to do different missions, you know, I think there's 10 in here in the core set. So there's that. Let me get back to you here. Okay, perfect. So as you saw, this mission is going to be a four-player mission, or a 4-hero mission. But just for kind of keeping it quick and tight, I chose just to use 3. So I picked Clovis, and I picked Nelly, and I picked Baldric. So they all start out with their beginning abilities. There's a list of basic beginner weapons that you are gonna pick from. So I went ahead, and Baldric has a ability where he can use a spell for free. So that's called the spellcaster there, basically. I'm not sure if you can read that, but there it is. Yeah, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Sorry about that. But anyway, the blue ability is the spellcaster ability that you start out with. And then, you know, the dash card, the little ID cards or whatever you want to call them, look all the same. These dashboards are really cool. They're going to go ahead and kind of organize everything for you. You have backpack spots here. You can put stuff. You can have 2 weapons. And then these little pegs in here, if you can notice, they're different colors. So for Nelly, we have an orange one, and I put the orange base around her so that we could just kind of pick her out of the group. You can have up to, usually all the other missions have 6 survivors. So there's going to be a good amount of people, and then with the expansions you actually get more survivors, so you can play with up to 10 survivors on the board. So that can get a little clogged up there. So I love the color coordinations too, so it's good. So Clovis has an ability to add an extra dice to his melee attack, so I gave him a hammer. The hammer is going to be the only thing that does 2 damage, which we will need that to kill the fatty. He's going to be the only person to start off with that can kill the fatty. And then as you pick up objective markers, each objective marker is going to give you 5 experience points, which is good. It's going to level you up so you can actually get an extra action. Everybody, when they go to the yellow level, they get a extra action. And then from there on out, they're actually going to be able to pick which kind of trait that they want to level up to. So that's really cool. You know, if you have a bunch of ranged weapons, and you know there's something on there that says melee specialist or add an extra dice to your range, you're gonna go ranged every time. But you know, if the way that your draws for searching pan out, you get a bunch of really good melee weapons, you can go melee weapon on it. So there's that. So without further ado, let's get into it and just kind of stumble through it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get right back to you. And then one thing I do want to explain, that these doors, I actually made these myself, so these do not come with the core set. I made these. They normally come like this, busted, open, busted. So normally when I open a door, I just crickety crack it just like that, and boom, the door's open. That works for me. So if you actually want to know how I made these, I can maybe do a little video on that too. Leave a comment, we'll see what happens. So there's that. And we start off with the survivors activating first. So each survivor to start gets 3 actions. So basically, that means they can either move, they can attack, they can interact with an objective marker, which just means basically pick it up, and then you can trade with another person in your same square, or you can search a room when you're in it. So this is a hallway right here. Can't search in there. However, you can search in this room, and this door is open. That's how the mission has it set up, so that's how I'm playing it. So for just kind of going with the flow here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to activate Nelly first. So her special ability is that she actually gets to have one free movement, which is good. It makes her very mobile. So I'm going to use that free movement to move into here. So with my first action, I'm going to pick up this blue objective marker, and you just put it to the side. It's done. And a special thing with this mission, quest, is going to be that we are not able to open this blue door right here. I painted the top blue just to identify it until we can pick up this objective marker. So I picked this up with my first action. Now I have the ability to crack this door open. So I free moved for my first action, picked up that objective marker with my second action, and then with my third action, I'm going to go ahead and search this room. I'm inside a room here. I'm going to go ahead and search it. So these little red cards over here are the search cards, and you only get to search once per turn per each survivor. So Nelly got a dagger, so that's really good. It adds an extra dice to my melee attack. I'm just going to put it right in here. And that's going to be it for Nelly's turn. I can't use one of her turns and go to Clovis and then come back. I have to use all of her actions in a row. So next off, we have this zombie here that's just kind of kicking it, you know, freeloading. If he sticks around any longer, we're going to have to charge him rent. So we got to get him out of there. So Baldric has an ability. He can shoot his spell for free. It's called Spellcaster. He has Mana Blast. That's why I gave it to him. If he had a melee weapon, I wouldn't be able to use his free ability. So he kind of needs a spell to start off with. And then you can get better spells as you go on further. So basically that means I get 1 dice, and I need to roll a 4 or higher, and it does 1 damage, which is good enough to kill that little walker right there. So I'm going to take a dice. Here's a little mat thing I got at Game Nut. Really cool. It folds up. It actually, you hear that? You can pop it flat. It's really sweet. Highly recommended. And so 1 dice. This doesn't count as part of my 3 actions. So I got a 3. If you can see that, that's not good. So he still has 3 actions left. I'm going to go ahead and try to re-roll this and try to get a 4, 5, or 6, which would do 1 damage and kill that guy. Okay, so another 3. Something's cursed here in the room. I'll get the sage. So that was my first action. I'm going to go with my second action. And I got a 6. Okay, so perfect. This guy is gone. I'm going to just set him to the side. And then with his little experience tracker, I'm going to click him up to 1. So I moved it on up. And that is that. And he still has 1 action left. I'm going to move him up here because we need to break this door. And we need to go all the way down here through this, through the vault door, and then eventually get into the, oh gosh, I have it covered here, sorry, into the exit. So how to win this quest is actually to get to the exit. So there's a couple little special rules, and I'll read them off to you as we kind of grunge through it here. But basically, you need all survivors in this little area, and once everybody's in there with no zombies, you win the game. Very, very cool. So that's it for Baldric. Now we still have Clovis to activate. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 action to move forward, and then I'm going to try to break this door. So on every item that you get, there's going to be, it's either going to have the ability to break a door or not have the ability to break a door. Over here, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that too well. You're going to see it's going to create a noise token. And it's going to go ahead and you need a 4 or higher. It's really finely printed down there, but that's going to let you know if that's not there, you can't break the door with this. And then while I have this focused up here so beautifully, melee weapon, you can use it in the same area as you are, the same square. This weapon gets 1 dice. You need to roll 4 or higher. It does 2 damage, like I'm saying. It's a good weapon to start out with because it's going to actually have the ability to kill the fatty. No one else can kill the fatties except for Clovis at this moment. Okay, back to reality. Here we go. Okay, so I moved 1 square I still have 2 actions left with Clovis. I'm going to try to break down this door. So I need a 4 or higher. I got a 1. So I botched that. And, oh, I got a 3. Okay. So I did not get that, the roll to open that door. So all my guys are done. If there were any zombies on the board that could move, zombies can't go through doors. So these guys are just kind of locked in there until we crack the doors. If there was any zombies available, they would activate. Runners would move, say this guy was here. The runners have 2 activations, so they would go 1 here, and then they would activate on that square, and that's how damage is done to the survivors. So that's how that would work. The fatties and the runners actually just have 1 activation, so they're a little slower, but you know, it's just different types of zombies. So no zombies to move, and now we're gonna go. So it's players move, perform their 3 actions. Zombies move, and then we spawn for any spawn zones. These are the bad things. These little spawn zones right here. I'm gonna draw a card for this, and I'm gonna kind of hold it up and show you how what's going on really. So here's where this gets a little tricky. We're all in the blue still, so we're gonna be drawing just 1 walker, and that's not a big deal at all. So the next, if one of us was in the yellow, we would be drawing 2 fatties, which is way more difficult. Clovis has the hammer. He's the only person that can kill them. So it could get a little tricky. But as of now, we are all in the blue, so that's fine. So, but if one person went up to the yellow, or even one person went real crazy, we would be in the orange drawing much more difficult spawns. So you kind of want to get everybody to level up at the same time, so they all get their first, you gain an extra action when you go into the yellow. And from there into the orange, that's when you start getting cooler abilities you can kind of pick from them. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 walker because we're all in the blue. And then you just kind of put that down to the side. And you just grab 1 walker and you put him right into that square where the spawn zone is. And that's basically it. So now we were going to go back to the survivors' activations. So this is actually this spawn zone is not active yet. In the mission it says that you need to flip over one of these objective tokens. You grab them, pick them up, use an action to pick them up. One of them is going to be green underneath there. And from there, when you get that green one, this is going to become active. And as you're trying to escape, these zombies are going to be kind of getting all up in yo business. So not good, but makes it fun. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Nellie first. I'm going to go free movement. Remember, she's the agile little girl. So free movement, and then 1. And then I'm going to try to break down this door with her sword. So, boom. Okay, I got a good roll. So I cracked that open. Now, whenever you open a door that you haven't been into that room before, you're going to spawn a card in there. And say there's this room... well, shoot, let me just kind of give an example here. Say that door was not there. When I crack this door, I would spawn for this room, and this room right here. So I would spawn a card here, I would spawn a card there, and I would spawn a card there. So you really want to be careful when you open these doors. You don't want it to be your last action because everything can kind of come at you pretty hard. So for now, this room is just isolated, and this is just one big room here. There's no wall separating it. Sometimes they have bigger rooms that just count as 1 square. So for example, if you were moving, you would just go 1, 2, you know, so if that door was open, that is. So Nellie free movement, used her free action, excuse me, and then cracked the door. That was her first action. So second action, third action, I'm going to search again, and you know what? She got another dagger. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my inventory. And the armor spot for some of these people, you can either put armor into that spot, or there's a specific weapon they can put there. Nellie actually has a dagger there, so I'm going to load up and she has a little dagger as her third emergency weapon, and then a dagger in her one of her hands, and then a short sword in her other hand. So she's looking good, really loaded. Now with Baldric, I'm going to use his free spell action, the spellcaster ability, and I'm going to try to shoot this zombie right here and then kind of get into the room to move on and progress with Anne. I mean, excuse me, Nelly. Anne's one of the other survivors, so. Okay, perfect. So I got a 4 or higher for Baldrick's. The walkers only take 1. I'm gonna put that away. Baldrick seems to be doing all the work. Once again, don't forget to give yourself experience. That's part of the game. So I clicked him up to 2. He killed the first walker. And so he still has 3 actions. I'm gonna go 1, and then I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna search. Okay, he got plenty of arrows, which is absolutely worthless right now, so we're gonna put that into his backpack spot. That just means if I had a character that had a bow, that they could re-roll. If they had a bad roll, they could just re-roll it. That's all that means. So he is gonna stay there, and then Clovis is going to go 1, move into here, and I'm gonna try to break that door down. So you only get 1 dice to try to break a door down, and he has a 4 or higher. So that was his second action, missed, got a 3. And then third action, I got a 5. So that's gonna crack this door. I'm gonna move it like that just to kind of indicate it's open. So now we need to spawn a zombie card for this room and that room. I'll pick this room first. Okay, so here's a zombie activation card. So if there was any standard walkers, just the regular guys, like if I hadn't killed this guy here with Baldrick, he would move forward 1. But as you can see, we're in the blue, so we get off easy, nothing happens. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this card down, and we still need to spawn for the other room that I was talking about right there. Okay, so, all right, and we're still in the blue. It says to spawn a runner. So you just put the zombie into the room. Not too bad, huh? All right, booyah. Okay, well that was it for their turn. So now we're gonna go ahead and zombie activation. So this guy's gonna move into the room with us. And then remember, these runners, they have 2 activations. So they're gonna move towards noise, which is this group of people, or line of sight. So they're gonna go 1, and then they're actually gonna go 2, and he's gonna be in the room with us. So that's it for the zombie activation. Now we need to spawn for the spawn zone. So we're gonna pick a card there, and looks like we got another runner. We're in the blue, we do the blue level spawning. So another runner, so just go grab one, and boom, he's gonna chill right there. Okay, and then another little thing that I wanted to point out, I haven't been putting them on the board, but there are little noise tokens here. So whenever I was shooting off Baldrick's fireball, fireballs make noise, so you wouldn't believe it. And when I broke through the door with Clovis and Nelly, you put down a noise token. At the end of the turn, you remove all of them. This is kind of a one-way street here, you know, there's not multiple directions for zombies to be coming at. There's only 1 spawn zone, so I thought I would just leave this out. I really don't play with this too much. It's just kind of house rules that we use. For Zombicide Invaders, I use it a little more just because some of the maps are a little more open, and the way that the zombies move can affect the game. So just being 100% honest with you, but you just put them in there, and then at the end of the turn, you just remove them, and that is basically it. All right, so we're back. We're gonna kind of finish this up a little bit. One thing I did notice is that Nelly picked up this blue objective token, and I did not give her 5 experience points. So that is on you guys. I explained the rules. You should know what to do by now. So bing, bang, boom, pop her up to 5. Good to go. Okay, so I believe we were on the survivor's turn as I checked last. So let's go ahead and activate the survivors. So with this big guy in the room, only Clovis can kill him. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with Clovis. So the hammer gets 1 dice for or higher. Clovis's special ability gives him +1 to melee rolls. So I'm gonna go ahead and add an extra 1 to that. All right. So I need 4 or higher, and when you're doing melee, you can put the hits wherever you want. If you're using like a spell or a bow or a crossbow and shooting into another room, you have to go by priority. It's walkers get hit first, fatties get hit second, and then runners. Okay, so 4 or higher, I got 1. So I'm gonna choose to take down that guy, give myself an experience. I'm going to go ahead for my second action and try to kill that runner. Okay, I got a 6. That's all I needed. And then for my third action and final action with Clovis, I'm going to move him into this room to get ready to crack this door right here. Okay, so with Anne, I'm going to go free movement. I'm going to move into there. I'm going to try to crack down this door. She needs a 4 or higher. Nope. And second action, I'm going to try it again. Nope. Third action, I'm going to try it again. And okay, I got a 4. So I finally got this cracked. Boom. So we're going to spawn in this room and in that room. So let's go ahead and draw a card for here. Oh, not good. Double spawn. Every now and then these bad boys are going to pop up. Basically, it means go to the next room over, or if there's only one room, you have to basically draw 2 cards and spawn both of those in that room. So there's not a lot of these in the deck, but they do make things a little more challenging. So, and the rules for them are kind of difficult, to be 100% honest. So now we drew the double spawn for this room. We're going to draw 2 cards right here. Okay, so you draw them at the same time. This one came first, 2 walkers. So we'll put that in there. And then the second one says nothing in sight. We got out of that one unscathed. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I think that was her third action I used to crack the door. So she is done. I'm going to move Baldric into here. He's going to use his free spell ability to shoot into there, 4 or higher. Okay, miss. So he has 2 actions left. For his second action, I'm going to try to shoot into there because I want to kill this guy. I want to kill this runner right here. If he activates, if I don't kill him, he's going to go 1. And then for his second activations, because he's fast, he's going to activate in that room and do a point of damage to one of my characters. So with my second action, I am going to try and shoot the Mana Blast into there. I missed it again. For my third action, oh, I really hope I hit this guy, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I got him. Boom. All right, gone. Put him off the board. Give Baldric an experience point, and that is it for him. So all zombies are survivors are gone. All zombies are going to activate. The only ones that can activate are these 2 that we drew right here. So they're going to go boom. They're going to move towards the people. And this guy right here, the runner that we spawned last time, is going to go 1, 2. And try to move towards the survivors. And then we're going to spawn for this zone, the only zone active. So draw another card and 2 walkers. Not bad. Not too shabby. Okay, so throw them down. And then basically the survivors are going to go again. So I am going to shoot into that room with Baldric again. I'm going to use his free spell ability. Missed. His first action to shoot the Mana Blast. Missed. Second action to shoot the Mana Blast. Oh, that was almost a 5. Missed. And then third action to shoot the Mana Blast. Baldric, you are useless. Or actually with third action, I'm going to move into here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to move all these guys into here. This runner is actually going to go 1. And then for his second activation, do a point of damage. So I don't want to die. These guys only have 3 hit points. I completely did not tell you that. So you can get armor, which can block. But as of now, I don't have any armor. And these guys just have 3 hit points. So 1 hit point it's not good. You know, you don't want to get it. So I'm going to move Baldric into this square. And then with Nelly, I'm going to go ahead and move her free movement action into there. And then, oh well shoot, maybe I don't want to do that. I'm going to activate Clovis first. And the reason I'm doing that is if I get 2 experience points with Nelly, I'm going to put her into the yellow level experienced. And so when we draw those cards over there for spawn zones, they're going to be worse. They're going to be more difficult enemies. So I'm going to keep it low for the time being. So I'm actually going to activate Clovis, who is the Hammer Man, and he only has 2 experience points, I believe. So he can kill these 2 and not go into the yellow level, and yeah, all right. So he gets 1 dice for the hammer, melee specialist, an extra 1. Okay, oh, I got 2 5s. Okay, boom, he's done. So get those guys off the board. Baldric goes up to 4 experience points. You track it on the little hootenanny thingamajigger down there. So 1 movement, attacked, and then for the next action, I am going to search. I'm going to search in that room. So get a little search card. Oh, chainmail. Okay, so that's good. This is armor, like I was telling you about. Oh God, throwing things. Just cut my nails. Can't pick it up. Okay, so that goes into the armor spot right here. Yep, there it is. So 4 or higher is what this chainmail armor is. Let me kind of hold it up to the, see if you can read that a smidge. But anyway, 4 or higher, that's all it says. And so basically, say a zombie does a point of damage to me, you just roll a dice. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you block it. That's it. Okay, so that's it for him. With Nelly, I'm gonna go free movement, first action, and I'm gonna try to crack this vault door. So the way that vaults work are, if I crack this door, let's just go for it. Okay, I rolled a 5, I crack it. It's just like a normal door. If your card can't open a door, it can't open a vault. So I would flip this over to being open. And so that was my, what was that? Free movement, 1, 2. And then with my third movement, I'm actually gonna go into here. And then with this, I would need to crack this just like a normal door. Then we would actually spawn a zombie in here, and I would be able to move into this room. So let me know if that's confusing. Leave a comment if you have any questions about that. The vaults are a little tricky, and then vaults don't spawn zombies, and you can't search them for items. That's just how these vaults work. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so I think that's it for the survivors. Yeah, that's it. So now we activate the zombies. 1, 2. This guy is all up in our business. These guys are just regular walkers. They move 1. All right, that's done. And then we're gonna go ahead and spawn for this right here. Okay, 1 walker. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Okay, where was I? Okay, boom. All right, so with these guys, I'm gonna go ahead and activate Baldric first to take care of this runner that is in the zone there. So, and the reason I'm doing that is I could shoot at him with Baldric, but if you used a ranged weapon or a ranged magic spell to shoot at something in your own square, and there's one of your survivors in that square also, so Baldric and Clovis are in the same square, if I miss with Baldric, it's actually gonna hit Clovis. So that's not a very teamworky thing to do, so I don't like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Baldric. He gets 2 dice anyway with his melee ability, and I botched it. Okay, second action, I'm gonna go again, and I got a 4, so that's all I need. Baldric's up to 5 experience, and third action, I'm gonna move into here. With Nelly, I'm gonna try to crack this door right here, so just need a 4 or higher with my short sword. Okay, I got it. So this is now cracked. We need to spawn something for this room because we are entering it for the first time. So 1 walker. Man, we're getting real... Normally they're a little... Sometimes they can get a little aggressive, a little out of control, but they're not too bad this time. So that was her first action. And then with her free action, I'm going to go ahead and move her into the room. So she has 2 more actions. And right now, she has a short sword. And then in her little ability, or her armor slot, she can actually hold a dagger instead of the armor. So I've put a dagger there. She drew 2 daggers, which is pretty rare. I don't know, it happens. So there you go. So we got the short sword is 1 dice, and then for each dagger you add an extra dice to your attacking roll. So add +1 die to another equipped melee weapon. That's word for word what it says. So I'm gonna use 3. So 1 for the short sword, 1 for the dagger, 1 for the other dagger. So, and then for higher, I got plenty. 2 6s, booyah. So she's gone, or excuse me, the zombie's gone, and then she gains 1 experience to 6. She's almost to yellow. Almost there, almost there. And let me see here. She broke the door, free action. attacked, so she has one more action left. Okay, I'm gonna try to break this door down. So when you break down a door into a hallway, you're gonna go ahead and just basically, nothing's gonna spawn into this hallway, so here we go. Nope, missed it. And so with Baldric, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and that's gonna kind of end the survivor's turn right there. Okay, so all the survivors have gone. So we're gonna go ahead and zombie activation. These guys are gonna move 1, 1. We're gonna spawn for this zone right here. Okay, 1 fatty over here. Okay, boom. Not too bad. And then as you can kind of see, they're starting to accumulate and they're going to be kind of following us all the way through here. So we want to make sure we get to that exit and can complete the quest before they kind of get us. Even though this is a really cupcakey mission. So anyway, all right, we moved our zombies. We spawned them where they needed to be. This spawn zone, like I said, is not active until we flip over one of these and there'll be a green X underneath it. That will activate this and turn it to that red activation right there. All right, perfect. And then also, when you grab that green objective marker I was telling you about, I painted this door green, you'll be able to break this door down now. You can't break it down until you get that green activation token, so there's that. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with Clovis. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and move him over here. And then this vault is kind of a separate thing. You can put the vault wherever you really want. You can put it down here, over there, wherever it, throw it into space, whatever works for you, man. So anyway, Clovis is gonna go 1, first action, 2, and then I'm gonna try to break down that that little door there. And I got a 3, nope. So I'm gonna go with Anne because Baldric can actually not break down the door. And I'm going to try to get a 4 or higher. So 1, 2, okay. Crack it open. This is a hallway, it's not a room, so there's nothing to spawn here. And I'm going to go free action and use her last action right there. Baldric is going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to just wait to pick up that objective marker next time. And let me see here. That's it for us. So now we're going to do zombie activation. All these guys are going to move 1. And they're going to, try to move to where all the survivors are. So that's it. We only got 1 spawn zone as of now. So we'll spawn it up there. 1 walker. Not bad. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to have Baldric pick up this objective marker. Oh, and there's the green one I was telling you about. So that's the green objective marker. He gets 5 experience points for this. So he goes from 3 to mathematics 8. And he actually, oh, I didn't have a peg in his beginning skill. So that's a rookie mistake on my part. He's going to level up. He actually has 4 actions now. So whenever you level up to the yellow, everybody just gets an extra action. You have Baldric has 4 actions. So he picked up that token, leveled up. Now he has 3 actions left. He used 1 to pick that up. You get your extra action right away. So he has 3 actions left. This becomes active, and then we have the ability to break this door down. So I'm going to go ahead and go move into here and just kind of keep our units together. Clovis is going to go 1, 2, and he's just going to wait in there because something's going to pop out here. I don't know what. I'd like to be able to shoot at it or have Clovis with his hammer pop in there and go to town on it. So, okay, that's it for the survivors. And I'm going to go activation. I'm going to move all these guys, the little Congo line here towards the flesh, towards the dudes. And we're going to spawn right here. And then we're going to actually spawn up here. So we got 2 zones going right now. Okay, we have 1 runner. And then for this zone up here, we have 1 runner. Okay, not bad at all. I think I might be able to win this next turn. So with Baldric, I'm going to go ahead and shoot at this guy because Baldric still doesn't have anything to open doors. Silly Baldric. Okay, I got a 4. I'll call that my free spell action. I didn't I didn't indicate that. I should have done it, but free action. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, so if I could have came in here and killed that zombie and then cracked the door, I could have moved everybody into this little exit zone right here. So I really messed up on that. That is amateur hour for sure. So I'm gonna keep going with it. I'm not gonna back out now. So that's bad. Okay, so with my first action, I'm gonna walk into here, and or actually no, I'm gonna sit. For my first action, I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna use a trade action. I'm gonna trade with Nellie, and I'm gonna take one of her beautiful daggers, and we can trade because we're in the same square. Now we can trade everything we want once you do a trade action, no biggie. So now I have a dagger. Second action, I'm gonna move forward. Third action, I'm gonna try to crack this door right here. So 4 or higher. Got a 5, very good. I'm actually rolling pretty well today, so everything's moving along quite nicely. Okay, that's it for him. Not good to be in a square where there's zombies popping out, but hey, that's how it works. So right away, we have a room here we just cracked open. We need to spawn something in it. Okay, so, oh, 1 fatty. Okay, it's not ideal, but we still got Clovis who can go, and Clovey's been pretty good, so. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, and I'm gonna try to take out that fatty with Clovey with my third action, and I got 1 5, so that's good. The other one was a miss, so that guy goes away. Clovey gets an experience point. I had his armor in the hand spot, which is not acceptable. So that's it for him. With Anne, I am going to you know, I think I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna just hope that we don't draw anything too bad there. Like a fatty there could really complicate things because I'd have to move back in here, try and kill it with Clovis, and then get back into this and get out of there. Okay, so that's it for them. These guys are all gonna move. The runners get 2 activations, so he's gonna go jumpity jump, and we're gonna spawn here to start. Ooh, okay, so here's what I was telling you about. We had Baldric kind of hop up into the yellow, so all standard runners are gonna activate. So we're reading off this yellow one. If we were in blue, nothing would have happened. We hopped up to yellow, so it's gonna get kicked into 6th gear, I guess? I don't know, whatever. So all runners are gonna activate. So we only got 1 runner and he's all the way back here, but still 1, 2. So if we had like 2 runners right here and they activated, that would have been bad. They would have gone 1 and each one of them would have done a damage point. But he's back here, not too bad. That was the card for this area. We're gonna go ahead and draw the card for this area. And ooh, we got 3 walkers. Okay, that's not horrible. But at the same time, you can definitely see what leveling up does. It gives you an extra ability, but it also makes more zombies spawned on the board. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use Anne first. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to chop these guys down. Okay, I got 1. So that actually levels her up. She's in the yellow now. So she gains an extra action, so she still has 3 more actions. And I'm rolling 2 dice, 1 for the dagger I have, and then 1 for the sword. So the dagger gives +1 attack to each to a melee weapon in your that's equipped. So there's that. Okay, so second action, I'm gonna go after it. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's game. So basically, these 2 guys die, give myself experience. And then with one of her last actions, she also has the free movement action. I'm gonna put her into that area. And then Baldric's gonna move right into here. And then I think the rules state that at the end of their turns, all survivors may exit the area, blah, blah, blah. Basically, we got there, there's no zombies there, nothing in sight. We won, that's it. Do you feel good? I feel great. Okay, so this was mission actually 0 of the core set quest for Zombicide Black Plague. I hope you really liked it. If you have any questions or if I messed up on anything, leave it in the comments and we can kind of go from there. But thanks for watching my video. If you want to see more stuff like this, like it and subscribe it. It really helps me out. I appreciate everything. And stay happy and healthy. I love you guys. Have a good one.